are out because of sickness. So
Oh, I gotta kill Mike's. They're on now. It's damn good time. It's damn good time. Podcast. It's damn good time. Podcast. Thanksgiving style. Yeah. Let's talk about turkeys, baby. Let's talk about turkeys. We were just talking about Brian before we broke in. This like, let's turn this into a fucking podcast. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Schaefer, and this is a damn good time podcast. And let's talk turkey, motherfucker. I-O.
Right.
Yeah. First, well, before we talk turkey, big game. The big game.
We in rivalry week, baby.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not familiar with us, we're from Ohio, and Ohio sports are better than anywhere else's sports, obviously.
We're pretty awesome.
And then
everybody hates us.
yeah. And then our college football team is way better than. There's a state up north. It looks like a goddamn mitten.
Looks like
What a fucking. What a bunch of assholes. What are you, just hanging out in a glove? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Our team's better than yours, so shut the fuck up.
My wife would have a lot to say about that.
You know what? And this is, I love your wife. I love your wife to death. She's one of the most beautiful people in the world.
Mhm.
Very wholesome, very heartful, very amazing. And she's easy on the eyes. And,
She married me, so
yeah.
10 points there.
Well, dude, you pull. We already knew you fucking pull. You're a fucking ace, right?
Yeah,
We already know you pull. That's why you got her.
more like a Joker wild card.
But the main point I wanted to say is that this week I fucking hate her. So
Yeah.
I fucking hate her. Steph, you're the worst.
She goes, "Hey, can you bring something on the show from me and put on there?" And I said, "Absolutely not. What do you think this is? What do you think
The
this
fuck
is?
you think this is, Steph?
This is no.
Yeah, get real, bitch. Come
This
on.
this is our shit. All right.
Get real, you dumb bitch. Shut
I ain't
up.
putting no block M up here.
If you want to,
Teton.
if you want to come on Rivalry, that's the only Michigan thing I will put.
Whoa! Use a bad word there.
That's the only Michigan. That's the only Michigan thing I will put
Yeah.
on the
Watch
show.
your mouth.
On Rivalry Week. The only thing that I will put on the show on Rivalry Week is you, babe. So show up or shut up. That's it.
And you know
That's
what?
it.
She lives in Ohio now.
Yeah.
God bless her soul.
Yeah, embrace it.
She stays here for me.
You are now part of.
She's from there. She went to school there. She is definitely 100% allowed to be a fan.
No.
She's not
here's-
one of these Ohioans, born and raised,
Oh yeah, those fuckers. Fuck off all the way.
and they're not only are they normally fans of shit again,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
they're fans
When you-
of the Pittsburgh Steelers too.
Yeah.
They double up. They like to double up because they like to go against the
Yes.
grain, and those people
Yeah.
are normally terrible.
The worst people in the world
Mm-hmm.
are Ohioans, born and raised Ohioans, that are Michigan fans and Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
And-
You are the worst. Shut your fucking face. And could you please just die? Do us a favor.
Oh, hey, yo.
No, don't die. I love life, the sanctity of life, and everybody, and all the people around. I love you all. Trust me, I do. But
I'm just
still,
hoping this year
you're the
get
fucking
we get to
worst.
just give it to them.
Complete annihilation.
It's gonna be a good game.
Total and utter complete
I
annihilation.
feel like this is probably one of the best match years we've had in a long time,
Yeah.
and I'm excited for it. So,
Well, and now that we don't have fuckface stealing our signs and stuff, you know,
oh, Hardball, you gotta go sit out, buddy.
he's still suspended for this game, right?
Yeah,
He got what, a 4-game suspension? Have they only served 2?
yeah.
Or is it 1?
I don't know how they're gonna do it. They probably could give him like 2 at the beginning of the next season or some shit.
Oh, I thought it was 4 immediately. I thought he was out right now, right?
No, he's out last game, and he's out. He's gonna be out this game. So
Okay.
he'll be
Yeah.
out. But I mean,
So now that they're not cheating, you guys are gonna need to actually play a game.
he'll be in a booth somewhere, so calm place. It doesn't matter. I mean, the playbook's already set. So
I didn't see, so I don't know because I don't follow Michigan sports at all. But I overheard some people talking in the airport, and the one guy's like, "Yeah, Harbaugh got suspended for his thing, but did you see his first game suspended? Whenever they showed up and they played, like they had a team huddle, but they put like a big block M over top of them so that people wouldn't read their signs, as if to say, like, we're not the only ones doing it." Like, yeah,
I mean,
and then he went on to say that whole terminology, the phrase that I love the most: "If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough."
yeah.
And I do. So
That's Belichick say.
I think that's especially in like racing. In racing,
Yeah.
100%. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. In racing, like those motherfuckers are always looking for ways to make their cars lighter, or
It might not be cheating either. It's like bend the rules a little bit, you know?
yeah,
Because, like, really, you could watch footage from anything and kind of figure out play calls.
yeah.
Like, you know, they can change words around. They can do different things.
Literally-
You'll figure it out.
I mean, I'm gonna use this bag of salmon skin here as a thing, but isn't this how they always call plays?
Yeah.
whenever they're calling plays, when they're on the mics, they always have that placard up in front of their face, hiding, because Belichick lip read. So what the fuck's the difference of sign stealing? It's the same goddamn thing.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're not allowed to do it. Like, but the way they did it was bad though. Then they have like one dude.
They were hiring people to basically. They'd pay for their tickets.
Yeah.
They'd pay for them to get there. They'd pay for everything, and then they'd have them go like record the bench.
Yeah, you get front row seats behind the opposing team's bench and sit there and record the shit. Yeah, that's shady.
Yeah, so, and if you're paying for it, it's like, okay, that's a whole different thing. If you're just taking off footage.
And it'd be different. It would be different if they didn't just also suck.
Apparently it was, a coach got fired. Another one of their coaches got fired already because he was, like, directly linked to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, okay, sure, but you still, like, in time, in game, and you're trying to read all that and do all that. It's not easy. It's still not easy.
Well, and I don't know, like...
And an audible can get called on the field in a split second.
Oh, so, yeah.
Like...
Yeah, quarterback reads defense, goes like, no, we're doing this instead,
Yeah.
And then...
So they'll give them two options. They'll be like, hey, here's our play. But if you see him set up, here's your second play. So they'll call an audible, boom.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing you can do about it. So, I don't know. I mean... And that's just now you can fight against that too. You could do one game, call a bunch of plays, and set them up. Then.
Well, and the shitty thing is though too is that they're doing pretty decent this year. They're undefeated right now, right?
Yeah, this is 2 11-0 teams going at each other. So
Michigan's
this is for the playoffs. I mean, it's number 2, number 3.
So it reminds me of I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robbins. Yeah. Or Tim Robinson, whenever they're doing the best baby of the year show contest thing that they had, and then the one judge is like, I walked into a room and I saw little Jimmy, I forget the baby's name, this baby's father giving oral to the secret judge, and I didn't want to bring it up because I thought that little Jimmy could have won it on merit alone. Which is why it's hard for me to bring up the oral. So it's like I feel like Michigan could have been Michigan. I feel like Bitchigan should have been doing great, anyways, without the oral. They didn't need to do the oral. That's why it's so hard for us to bring up the oral or their play stealing.
And they're not doing against teams that don't matter. They're and I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but hey, it's one of those things. One of those things. Hey, you got got.
You got got.
You're gonna have to suffer for it.
Suck it up, own it, fucking.
And we'll see if Harbaugh is the coach after this game. Because if we win, he might not be. He might go to the NFL because that's already rumors spreading. So we'll see.
Wasn't he already in the NFL?
His brother is.
I thought he was. I know there's 2 of them.
Or he was and came out.
I thought Jim was San Fran's.
You know what? They both suck.
This is not talk about that.
Yeah, they both suck. So
I thought, for some reason, Jim was in the NFL, then got ousted, probably for.
Right now, the one's Baltimore, right? Baltimore Ravens head coach is the Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And I think, right?
I don't know.
That sounds right in my head. And they both suck it. I hate them because normally it's just playing against Ohio State or the Browns. And I don't like it.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, Baltimore. Right.
Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
And then Jim
Michigan.
Harbaugh.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Michigan. I did it. I failed. Oh no.
What's his career?
I don't think.
I thought he was a.
I don't know what Jim was. I really don't.
We can see his height and weight.
I know he was a player.
This is the worst
Yeah,
fucking website. Yeah, that's the worst fucking website ever.
Football.
I see San Diego Chargers.
They play for the Bears. They play for the Colts.
Who rushed for them, receiving, scoring.
Yeah. I think he had to go coaching. Who cares? Who cares? He sucks. But anyways, tomorrow we're gonna have a big day.
Yeah, because we started off saying we were going to talk turkey.
Yeah, so we can talk turkey now. I have
Let's talk about your turkey.
I got about a 15-pounder.
Okay.
Not a big boy, just a nice young turkey.
A young one.
Chilling in a cooler bag.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a big enough pot or Cambro to put turkey in, so I had to put it in my cooler bag. It was my next up.
Yeah, your receptacle isn't big enough, though.
Yeah. And I want my brine ratio, and hopefully it's good. I might pull it tonight, just because I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
But it's probably got about a cup of salt I put into the water. So I did hot water, and put a cup of salt. I should say it's probably a cup. I don't know if it was even a cup. Yeah, it's probably a cup. And I hand poured about a cup of sugar.
Okay.
And then I put a bunch of Worcestershire in there.
Okay.
And then I emptied out my jar of minced garlic in there.
And I would say probably to cover, so I was paying attention with my turkey when I brined mine. It took about 1.5 gallons of water after the seasoning. So
I probably had to put, because it was in this cooler bag,
yeah,
about 4 or 5 gallons of water.
That you did not put 5 gallons of water in that.
Oh yeah, I did.
For real?
For real, because it's like this big cooler bag, so to get over the top, it took a lot of water. But every time I did, so I probably put more salt in though, because every time I did the water, I went my grinder went.
So
it was always salt water.
if you truly have 5 gallons of water and only a cup of salt, you don't need to take it out. You're fine.
And then
because
it's in my back room, I threw some ice cubes and ice packs in there to like chill the water down. But the back room's not insulated, so it'll be 40.
It'll be 40 degrees. Yeah.
It's probably colder than that.
It's fucking 30 degrees right now.
So it'll probably be like 35 in there, 40 in there,
yeah,
whatever. It's warmer outside still because it's insulated, but there's no heat blowing in that room.
Right.
So I'm not worried about temperature. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm just worried because, like, I really didn't ratio shit. But it's in a lot of salt solution. I know that. And I threw about a good half cup of just pure rock salt to slowly, like the salt before, not rock salt,
Himalayan pink Himalayan salt, yeah,
sea salt before it's grinding, because I only have a grinder and I don't want to sit there and just grind.
Yeah, but like I said, like if your ratio is true, if you have that much water and you only did like a cup of salt and like maybe 1 to 2 cups of sugar, then you're fine. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to worry about overbranding that bitch at all. I would not worry about that. I do a very harsh brine, very heavy. It's 3 cups of sugar. There might be some people, if you want to yell at me, go for it, but it's never failed me. 3 cups of sugar, 2 cups of salt, and 1 gallon of water, and it's syrupy, salty water. Like it's a harsh brine. But I usually only do it like 6 to 8 hours. So I did mine for 8 hours, and then I pulled it out, and then I dry brined it. I laid it on the rack, and then just coated it with salt. I coated it with my seasonings that I was going to cook it with the next day, and then just kept it in the fridge uncovered on the exact same tray and everything that I was going to roast it on. So that I just wake up in the morning, pop it in the fridge, done. I spatchcocked mine, which you are cutting. You're cutting yours in a very unique way. Talk about that.
We're frogging.
Okay.
It's a new thing. So normally for spatchcocking, you cut the spine out.
Yeah.
Some people say if you leave the spine in, you get better flavor. So, frogging is so when the turkey's sitting there, you look at your turkey with a big open hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cut down the ribs, and then I saw where they cut down like the leg bones too to kind of help those spread out.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I saw another guy do it. You don't have to. I'll probably cut down a little bit just to give it a little flexibility. And then,
Have you not cut yet?
no, it's not cut yet.
Oh.
It's wide open right now. So,
I butchered mine before I brined it just to make it so that.
well, that probably would have been a smarter idea. So it would have laid flatter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to use so much water.
Sits in the bag a little better. Yeah.
That would have been smart. But no, I didn't do that. So next year I can.
That and tomorrow now, whenever you go to cut it, it's going to be all slippery and stuff because it's all wet.
Yeah, but it's basically you cut the rib cage, you flip that top, flip it over, crack, 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 crack. So you can crack the top that you normally would.
Yeah.
You're going to break that spine, essentially, and get it to lay as flat as you can, or flattish, anyways. And then just the same. It's the same as spatchcock. Really it is, except you don't have to take this whole spine out.
Okay.
And somebody's reasoning was the spine being in there gives more flavor
Yeah.
to the meat. So I'm interested to see. I mean, it's a test. You know, this is our first time doing it. We're gonna give it a whirl
Right.
and see what the hell happens.
I'm interested. And then you're planning on smoking it as well, too, right? Or did that change?
May.
Okay.
I kind of want to.
Yeah.
It's all going to depend on time.
I gotcha.
When I wake up, when I get the kids fed, when I'm like able to get everything done.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick like TikTok or video of it or whatever. So it just depends. It all depends. If I feel like I'm running out of time, I'm probably just gonna chuck it in the oven.
Okay.
If not, I mean, I'd love to do it in the smoker.
Yeah,
obviously.
and so I will say
But it's
too.
like 10 in the smoker, and it's not a long cook because it's only
Yeah.
3 hour cook.
And that's what I was going to say. Like you said, the frogging is very similar to a spatchcock, and I spatchcocked mine, and it only took like 2.5 hours.
Right.
And I even pulled it out. So I did a little sneaky in there where I pulled it out like at like 135 because I knew it was going to carry over a little bit more.
Oh, sure.
And everybody's always like, no, it needs to go to like 160. Bull fucking shit.
Right.
Cook that bitch to 140 and then done. And I pulled it out around there and it carried over. There was no pink or weirdness at all. Like none of it seemed like it was undercooked.
Juicy.
But it was so fucking juicy, baby.
How much shove a pound of butter into that skin?
See that? I forgot to do that. That's the one thing I forgot to do. I forgot the butter under the skin. But I did. I use Dano's, which I see on TikTok all the time now.
About that Dano's.
Dano's seasoning is legit. But you need to add salt because there's
I
no.
don't have salt.
Yeah, and so my wife is even like, "This is basically like Mrs. Dash for dudes." I'm like, "What do you mean?" What do you?
I get it 100%. Right? Yeah.
I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "No, it's just seasoning, but it's low sodium." I'm like, "I didn't even know this was low sodium." And I look, and it's like, lo and behold, it's no sodium, and I taste it like very herby,
Yeah.
very aromatic, very delicious, but there's no fucking salt in it. She's
no
like,
salt, right.
"It's like it's Mrs. Dash for
Yeah.
dudes."
They just rebranded Mrs. Dash.
Yeah. And then I started thinking about it too. It's like, yeah, how many dudes ever sit there and like, oh man, yeah, no, I got that prime rib or I got a turkey and I did this and then I sprinkled a bunch of Mrs. Dash on it. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Mrs. Dash? Is it because the word Mrs. is in there? You know what I mean?
Well,
Is it because it's done by a lady?
Mrs. Dash is old school. So
Yeah.
this is.
And
this
Mrs.
is-
Dash, by the way, is delicious.
This is when, sodium related to heart,
Yeah.
related to issues,
Heart disease,
was like a big
hypertension.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, dudes didn't give a shit back in the day. I don't know how old Mrs. Dash is, but I think it's pretty fucking old because I've seen like a '70s bottles of Mrs. Dash.
But it was
So-
more of a lady problem, right?
No.
Or was it marketed as a lady problem?
No, it was a men's problem. What it was like, how do you make your men's food taste good? This is marketed as old school, where the women did all the cooking.
It was a men's problem
So-
that the ladies had to deal with.
Yeah. So, and the men would be like, why is there no salt in this? Oh, like, why doesn't it taste good?
Cook your husband a meal that won't explode his heart.
Mrs. Dash.
Mrs.
So
Dash.
it tastes better. Yeah, so this is one of those things where it was a marketing ploy to like the women cooking their husband's food.
Yeah.
At least I'm making this all up, by the way. I have no fucking clue. All this.
No, but honestly, I will say
I'm almost 90% sure I'm right.
I will agree with you. Everything you're saying makes sense.
Yeah. So they were like, "This is Mrs. Dash,
and
you're gonna save your husband's life because he's smoking a pack of cigarettes a day too."
It was marketed. It was marketed to women to cook for their husbands without adding all that extra sodium.
I guarantee that.
Has to be.
Has to be.
Why else would they fucking put the misses on it?
Yeah. Why do they call it Dash seasoning?
Yeah. Or here's some seasoning without salt.
So they did all that, made the seasoning, and it's good.
Yeah.
I had it. Used it.
Mrs. Dash is dope.
I'm a sodium person.
But yeah, Mrs. Dash is dope. Yeah, it's salt.
And a little. I get off table salt. Get on the Himalayan pink salt. It's better for you, but
Yeah, iodized salt is the worst form of salt out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna tell you it doesn't have a place. It has a place and time.
making a brine.
Put that bitch on French fries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want French fries with kosher. You don't want French fries with pink. It still will be good with kosher, with pink, with sea salt, with all the good salts. But
I'll
you
do it
get
pink.
that good.
I'll do it pink as long as you can, grind it fine.
But you hit that Morton's iodized salt.
Yeah, there's some different.
Just hits different on some fucking taters, dude. Like,
because it's salty salt.
yeah,
It's salty. It bites you.
Yeah, that's what you want on your French fries.
Yeah.
But when you're cooking on your vegetables, use some kosher. You can never go wrong with kosher.
No.
Himalayan pink is my go-to for most things. Sometimes with Himalayan pink pisses me off because it's gritty. Do you ever get that grit?
No, I'm not gonna like it.
You never find like a little piece of sand in there?
I have a big grinder, so I don't know. Grind up that sand.
I buy it. It's already like ground up. It's like pulsed up.
Oh no!
So I just sprinkle it. It's not rock. I don't get my pink salt in rock form.
I buy rock form, and I have rechargeable grinders that I fucking love.
Yeah, dude, I know your grinders.
Yeah, they're so nice. It's just like.
I like your grinders, but I don't use the grinder because I'm lazy. So I get mine in sprinkle form. So every once in a while, the sprinkle form with Himalayan pink, sometimes you get it's like a piece of sand. Well, because they mine the shit out of fucking rocks.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They mine it out of it's a goddamn rock they pulled out of the ground. So yeah, so it gets a little gritty. But that's my only qualm. Other than that, I fucking love Himalayan pink.
Yeah, Himalayan pink's the way to go.
The old Himi pink's the dope.
There's studies out there, whether true or not, that say it's actually extremely good for you over your iodized salt.
It is a pure form of an electrolyte, and I could be talking out of my ass, but I feel like I've read a study somewhere where what people don't realize is that electrolytes are just salt.
No, I saw.
It's sodium, potassium?
Well, here, this is 100% true. It was a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
He was talking to some guy. He's like, if you're eating that bullshit iodized salt, the table salt at the restaurants and stuff, he's like, that's terrible for you. If you have that pink Himalayan salt, that's natural, that's real.
Yeah.
He's like, that's actually really good for you. And one of the problems they have, one of the biggest problems they have, is when heat waves come to like New York and places like that.
Okay.
Even Ohio, you can say any like northern country where they're not used to that heat all the time.
Yeah. Somewhere it's normally cold.
Is they're telling all these older people to stay off the salt. Well, what happens is they will heat stroke the shit out.
Right.
And die. And they had a bunch of them die because they would not give them any salt, saline, anything like that.
Right.
They tell them not to have salt because they're worried about their heart condition, whatever. But salt helps retain water, which helps cools your body, which helps does everything. You need salt.
You need a reasonable amount of salt.
A reasonable amount, yeah. I eat an unreasonable amount, but still.
You don't need too much.
But I saw my kids' food already. I think That's probably bad, but I don't know.
No, it's not bad. Salt's not bad. Salt's not the enemy. Too much salt is bad. Too much of anything's bad. So first off,
Right.
too much of anything's bad. And that's even probably one of the problems with the old people, like you were saying. They're like, you need a low sodium diet for your hypertension and shit. But since it's hot out, you need to drink plenty of water. So they're drinking straight water and not taking in salt. And they're doing probably too much water because they think they're hydrating. And really all they're doing is washing themselves out because there's nothing in the water. You still need the salt.
Retaining that
You
water
need the
because you don't have
electrolytes.
the electrolytes. You don't have salt.
You need the nutrients in there.
And that's a bad thing. And then I think these doctors are going to get sued because they're, I think it was New York.
Well,
What's the major one? Because they were telling all of their old patients not to have salt during a heat wave of 100,
right.
105, 100 degrees or whatever. And it's like all these people are dropping dead, and it's like, no, they needed salt. That's why they need salt.
And it's even like you look at all your popular sports drinks, like your Powerades and your Gatorades and stuff, and there's sodium in them. There's sodium in them.
Jack full.
Hopefully, should be some potassium in them too, because that's another one. I know there's 3: sodium, potassium, and I can't remember the third one.
Carbonate.
I don't think that's it.
No, it's close to that.
And that's
but it makes you retain water.
But when I got hurt in the carnivore diet thing, people are all the rage is fasting too. Eat a bunch of meat and then fast. And people would go on like 48-hour fasts, and they would drink this shit that they called snake juice.
Yeah.
And snake juice is basically salt water, and it told you had to add. You put regular pink salt in there. You put baking soda, I think.
Yeah, it'd be alkaline.
And then the third one was one of those fake salts. Like it's called like all salt or something like that. But it's like
my father-in-law has that shit. Yeah,
it's one of those things that's in Mrs. Dash that isn't salty.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it gives you a salty, but it's not salt. And like that's the thing. Like, and his doctors are always telling him no salt, no salt. Like, I don't salt anything that's for him. And it's like, you need a little bit of salt. Come on, we need a little bit of salt there. Sodium potassium, chloride. That's what I was going.
Chloride, magnesium, calcium, phosphate, and bicarbonates. Yeah.
Chloride is where my head was going.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyhow, so we went from turkey to electrolytes.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about the game. We're having a party on tomorrow, which you'll be listening to this afterwards. But
one thing I want to talk about is for our Thanksgiving, my mom and dad brought a prime rib roast, like 3 to 4 pounder, little guy.
Yeah, so.
Took her, put her in the sous vide. I had her sous vide for 12 hours at least, probably. But I put herbs in there, butter, I seasoned it, and then...
12 hours on that. I mean, that's a tender prime rib.
Dude, this thing was fucking legit. Let me tell you. But so after sous videing, I took it out, let it rest, let it dry a little bit so it get a little bit more of a crust. I didn't get as much of a crust as I wanted, but so we deep fried it. And I did my family message thing, like, oh my God, did anybody think about oil for the deep fryer for the prime rib? And my mom and dad were like, oh, we don't have any. And I'm like, it's cool, I can go to the store and buy some. But it'd be awesome because I know my mom and dad butcher cows a lot. They have their own cows, they have their own pigs, so they butcher their own meats. I'm like, through this butchering process, did they ever give you tallow or any lard? You know, let's fry this bitch in some animal fat. Fuck these seed oils, you know? Yeah. Fuck these seed oils, man.
I'm gonna want no canola.
Yeah, fuck that.
No corn. I'm gonna want no hybrid mix oil.
Fuck
whatever
that
bullshit you giving me at Tractor Supply.
So then, my wife was at work. Shout out to Sarah Schaefer and my wife. She works at Craft Bistro in New Philadelphia, Ohio. An amazing restaurant. Her chef just happened to be harvesting tallow for whatever reason. I'm trying to think of too, like what I don't know what's on his menu where he would just like always have his beef fat to just put
Short ribs on
into
there,
a
or
big
what?
container. No. You know, like we do with, and we talked about this with bacon grease.
Yeah.
I cook out bacon grease. I got a little glass jar in my fridge where I put all my bacon grease in. This motherfucker had a gallon of beef tallow. He's just been saving fucking beef tallow, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll sell it to him like $40. Sure, I'll fucking buy that for $40." It's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I got a whole gallon of fucking beef tallow that we put in that fryer and then fried that bitch off. First time I did it, this is my first time doing that style. I should have left it in a little longer to get a little better crust.
Yeah.
But it turned out fucking amazing. So tender. Like right now, we can go. I got a couple slices in the fridge when we get off here if you want to eat some. He slapped that bitch in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then sure, the microwave's going to overcook it, but it's still so fucking tender. You know? Like it came out, and I did it rare, and my wife was like, "Well, it's a little too underdone for me." I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's how prime rib is. Shut up." You know what I mean? I wasn't grilling it like a steak. You don't get that mid-rare quality. Just eat it rare. It's fucking roast beef. Shut up. Like it's dope. And it was tender.
Sounds amazing. I just tried it. I just did prime rib at home too. Not for holidays, not for anything. Just for me, my wife, and kids.
The way it should be.
Well, Aldi's had a special, $7.99 a pound for
$7.99.
Yeah, $7.99 a pound for bone-in prime rib.
Bone in
like,
too.
Yeah, bone-in rib loin.
Okay.
$7.99 a pound. I'm like, I gotta get it.
How many bones you getting at?
4.
You got a four boner?
4 boner. And I'm like, I'm not going there to get this because $7.99 a pound. It was choice.
Yeah.
You know, so that's USDA graded choice. So I'm like, you know what? Don't care. So I went there, and it's like when supplies last, blah blah blah. There was 2 left. I got the biggest one.
Nice.
I think it cost me like, I don't know, $50-$60, something like that. It was a pretty decent size one.
Yeah.
Not a huge, not the whole line, just a smaller version of it, but still.
But yeah, it's a 4 boner.
8, 9, 10 pounder, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I took that bad boy. I kind of wanted to sous vide it, but it was like, the week was getting ahead of me.
It's hard to find a bag that'll fit in too sometimes.
Oh, sorry, Cryovac, so I could just popped it right in the water, but done. But I was like,
I've seen you do that before with ribs, and it bothers me that you didn't. You gotta get them out of the bag and then season them.
Yeah,
and
but
then Cryovac it.
You don't.
You don't have to. Right I know. I know. And I'm eating my words here by saying that those ribs were really fucking good. They were delicious. They didn't need brought out of the bag and seasoned and then resealed. But to me, it makes my asshole itch to know that I'm putting it.
Because I'm going to cut it open, and then I'm going to season it, and then I'm going to cook it another way, right?
Right.
But that's beside the fact, all right?
Okay.
We'll get off the sous vide. So I took it, I seasoned it, I threw it in the oven, and then I got just salt, pepper.
Yeah.
And I threw in the oven at 450 convection. I did about 20 minutes to get a little crust form. And then I pulled it back out, put the oven down 225. I did a little mustard rub on it.
Okay.
And I'm not a big mustard rub guy. I normally don't do that. But I was like, you know what? I want to try it this time.
I like mustard as a binder.
I tried it this time. So I did a little mustard. I did a little garlic, obviously. A bunch of seasonings. I did a little hot honey.
Okay. A little sweetness on there.
A little sweetness. And then I popped her back in at 225. I cooked her for about, it was like 3 more hours.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing was, so I cooked the kids another meal, right? The kids had
they get fish sticks,
pasta Alfredo with
chicken tenders or some bullshit. Yeah.
Because I couldn't wait. They couldn't wait.
Yeah. You get fucking mac and cheese and go watch Miss Rachel while your dad comes on this.
But my favorite thing is like I I cut the ribs, or cut the bones off, and then I cut all that rib meat out. I'm like,
Yeah.
just nailing it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is so good. And then I slice me and Steph a couple big fat boys off.
Yeah.
You know, cooked perfectly mid-rare.
Yeah.
And I make a little horseradish cream sauce for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to know how to make a horseradish cream sauce, it's
I didn't.
literally sour cream, horseradish. I put a little Worcestershire in there,
Yeah.
and salt and pepper.
That's
it.
the I did not do the horseradish for mine.
No.
I was
always
missing
do.
that.
I always do. And I won't eat it with every bite, but it's like every other bite, I'm like,
Sometimes you gotta dip it in there.
and I got a nice big piece of fat, you know, and you want a little creaminess to go with that nice big piece of fat. Yeah, exactly. And my wife will cut all her fat off and just put it on my plate. And I'm
And
like,
then yes! The best part of being a dad, the best part of being a husband is eating your family's fat.
Well, and the best, like, we're 100% crazy chef foodies, you know, so we want that fat.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And my wife, who, God bless her soul, she's just coming, not just coming around. She's now came around to food and understanding what it is.
Yeah.
And she'll eat a bit of fat, but she won't take a big old hunk of fat. She's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, get a little marbleized in there, but if there's a chunk in the bottom, like when you get that ribeye, it's got the chunk at the bottom. It's got the little tail down there.
She came from a well done steak.
My wife was 100% always ate well done steaks.
And now she's the mid rare one.
Now my wife is too.
Yeah.
We changed them. But hey,
I love to cut that fat in the horseradish.
and one thing I want to say is we don't want to change them to love fat.
No, absolutely.
Because that's the best part.
But that's texturally hard.
That's the best part of being a husband and being a dad is you get to eat the fat.
What I was going to say, the best part was, so then we fed the kids, it's like 7 o'clock and the kids are watching a movie or running around having fun playing with blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
2-year-olds. And Charlotte comes out. She sees me eating. She's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, Charlotte, you want to try my steak? I gave her a piece of that prime rib.
Yeah.
Oh, she couldn't get enough.
Eyes lit up.
And I gave her some fat. Oh, she couldn't get enough.
Them babies
like a
know.
little faster. That fat was like...
Them babies know.
I was giving her pieces of fat. I was giving her pieces of steak. And she's like, no, just like smashing. I'm like, you know why? Because that's what your body wants.
It's what your body wants is what your body needs. Sorry to you, all you vegans out there. I don't hate you. I just don't. I don't understand you.
Hey, she'll crush peas and green beans still.
Yeah.
But when it came to that steak, I've never seen her eyes lit up so much.
God, it's that saturated fat is good for your brain. Your brain is made up of fucking saturated fat. It's a big old bowl of jelly up there, surrounded. It's made of fat.
Yeah.
Give it more fat. That's what your brain needs, man.
Vegans suck, actually. Fuck.
No, I don't hate you because I don't hate too many people. Unless you're a vegan from Michigan, then you're fucking stupid.
I mean, do what you want,
but if you're a vegan from Michigan, then you probably also don't like football either, so you don't care that I hate you.
I'm okay with the vegetarian side. If you're just like, I don't like animal cruelty or whatever, I'm gonna like eat fish and do that stuff because you need that. But the whole like crazy vegan thing is just way too.
I get it more if meat freaks you out.
Yeah, sure.
That's more of a personal thing. You can't control that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The animal aspect of it.
Yeah.
And maybe you can.
But if it freaks you out, like I don't know, I just don't like it. Then fine. You go die early.
And maybe you're like, oh, fish have brains. And most of them don't. They're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Dolphin. I don't want to eat dolphin. Nobody wants to eat dolphin. That's the fucking smartest animal in the water. Try it.
I was gonna say I don't not want to eat dolphin. I'm not gonna go out and seek out and like, hey, what do you want to eat today? Dolphin?
Yeah, but somebody's like, here's some dolphin.
But
like,
yeah.
Oh, you already killed it. I better eat it.
Yeah, like I was just in Hawaii. It's an island. There's dolphins around, and somebody's like, "Oh no, we have we do dolphin sushi here. Like it's a thing. Like for real? Like yeah, here have some." And I would eat it.
Yeah.
But here in Ohio, we're not gonna seek out dolphins. Like
dolphins are the smartest creature there is in the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, or besides an octopus.
One thing I can respect the dolphin for is they still fuck for fun, they say. They're one of the few animals out there that fuck for fun. But then the other thing, though, too, is like dogs. You don't think dogs fuck for fun?
No, they don't. Because they get to eat. They have cycles and shit.
I have a male Pomeranian that doesn't have testicles.
Still humps. Like
And he fucks a teddy bear constantly. And you don't think he's having fun? You know what I mean? Like
No, he's not now. He's not now.
Well, yeah, now he's probably not coming. He doesn't have balls, but
Yeah.
still, like he's doing that for fun. He's got to be doing that for fun.
That's just an urge, you know. Just an urge. You know, ours are mainly urges too, but we call it fun
Yeah,
because it is fun.
It is fun.
In our heads, but really, it's just an urge.
animalistic instinct fun. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Hey, speaking of food,
Yes, sir.
I brought some shit.
Yeah.
So, and I want to throw this out there. We recorded a podcast whenever I was in Hawaii. We did a remote podcast, and then for some reason, the computer didn't pick up my audio.
Yeah. Why don't you give him a quick rundown of Hawaii?
It was literally just
Cody
Cody
told
talking to
me-
himself on that one.
While I go grab a couple more beers,
Go get you a couple
and
beers.
you tell our audience right now
Yeah,
how Hawaii went.
I did an awesome stint. I was in LA first, and then Hawaii. So I hung out in Southern California, which is a beautiful, amazing place. If you've never been, it's awesome. SoCal's dope. Went to LA. I got to see like the Hollywood sign. I got to see a lot of very iconic places in LA. And then it was cool too because my kids are huge fans of the video game Grand Theft Auto. So I went around and I found all the spots in LA that looked exactly like Grand Theft Auto. So I sent pictures to the boys. They were super ecstatic about that. Even Henry was like, "When did Grand Theft Auto get better graphics?" I'm like, "No, like this is IRL in real life,
Right.
bro." And then from there, I hopped the plane. Since I was already on the West Coast, it was cheaper and easier for me to just fly to Hawaii instead of flying home and then going back to Hawaii to do my job. So I went to Hawaii, flew in on a Friday, hung out Saturday, Sunday with nothing to do, and then I finally did my job on Monday.
You get to
What?
enjoy Hawaii. So.
Fucking Hawaii, bro. And I know you've already been there. You were on Oahu, right?
Yeah, same place. you
Same
were,
island,
right?
Honolulu, Oahu, which I was just Wikipedia when I was in the airport, just sitting there like, let me wiki some Hawaii shit. 70% of Hawaii's population is on that island.
Well, it's the biggest.
No, it's not the biggest island.
That's right. Hawaii is actually the biggest.
The Hawaii island is the biggest. It's the big
Yeah.
island.
Oahu is like
Oahu holds Honolulu, which has the
well, there's also a Navy base there, and there's
Pearl Harbor,
It's
yeah.
the biggest tourist.
but Honolulu is also the capital.
section-wise. And there's no volcano there.
It has the capital too, so it's
Yeah.
the capital. It holds the capital city, so it'd be like us saying like, yeah, Columbus was really big.
I think Hawaii is the biggest, but it also has the volcano.
Yeah, I think it does have the volcano.
So that's the one that I was like, I'm not sure about that one.
But
I gotta
dude,
get volcano insurance, and that's expensive.
I woke up at like 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, and I walked a block down the fucking road. I didn't even have to drive my rental car. I walked a block down the fucking road and found a spot where I could rent a motorcycle. And then I rode a motorcycle from 8:30 to 4,
Yeah.
just the whole island.
Yeah.
And it's fucking
Oh, it's
breathtaking.
It's beautiful.
I'm literally driving down the coast, like tears in my eyes, with a helmet on, you know,
Yeah.
looking at the coastline, going like, "What the fuck even is this place?"
The whole place is basically never seen. Well, I mean, you get down to the beach and like you're walking the streets later. There's a bunch of homeless people around still, but
The homeless people were up a little bit away from my spot. They were a little bit away from the beach. But then
at
on
night they're like camping out on the beach and shit.
on the beach, though, God, the girls, ugh,
Yeah.
put some clothes on, you trolla. Nobody wants to see that. No, I want to see that. Keep
And
doing
there's
that.
there's cool beach bars and like you could.
And fucking poke everywhere, by the way.
Oh yeah, probably
Poke is dope.
Spam Masubi, baby.
Spam Masubi, yeah. You told me to check out L&L Grill,
Yeah, L&L's.
L&L's is
place to
dope.
go.
and it's like,
It's their fast food barbecue joint. That's like.
but you even said like it's not fast food, but it's their chain. You know,
It's a chain on Hawaii. I think there might be a few in like LA and around the area,
but
it's mainly it started in Hawaii in the 70s, I think, and it's so good.
oh
So
god, yeah. That when I texted you and I was riding the motorcycle that day, I was like, "Is this it?" And you're like, "Yeah." I got Spam Masubi, which I didn't realize I was ordering it by the piece.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was getting like an order of 3, but like so $3 I got one piece. But then I also got a mixed barbecue bowl.
Yeah.
Came with rice and like coleslaw, and, like all this good shit. And the short ribs, skirt steak,
Thin short ribs.
Yeah.
Oh god, so good.
thin short ribs, skirt steak, and chicken. And the thin short ribs are so there's so much fat on them, so fucking good. And then I think after that, then Saturday, that was Saturday noon. That was my lunch. Was that? And then after that, I just ate poke and Masubi from then on. It's like, where am I at? Google search closest poke bar, and I'd find a poke spot.
Yeah. When I was there every morning, I wake up, there was a little convenience store, like a block away. I'd walk down there.
Was it ABC?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then grab 2 Spam Masubis and 2 iced coffees and a cone of coffees from there. And I'd go back up and I'd sit out in the balcony and watch, the sun coming up, or the sun was already up, I don't know.
Yeah.
An hour later, something.
I didn't have a
just sit out,
balcony.
see the water flowing in, I could see the ocean. It was far away because I didn't pay the premium, of course.
Yeah.
But I'd sit out there, eat that, drink my cone of coffee. It's just beautiful. Just a beautiful state that doesn't make sense and everything. You're going to break your bank going there. But
Did you see Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
Pearl Harbor's heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy.
Very heavy. Like, I'm a crier, and I was like almost in tears the entire time I was there.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor was very heavy, but outside of that, it was all bikinis and coconuts, baby.
It's definitely paradise for sure.
But when I was talking,
Do you want to get into some of these jerkies you got?
I found this was when I was in LA. I found there's Irvin's, apparently. Irvin's makes salmon skin chips. It's the best thing in the fucking world.
You get a nice crispy salmon skin. Most people cut their salmon skin right off. They don't want anything to do with it. They just we'll cut it out for food. I don't want to cut my life's on it. It's food. But I like it nice and scored and crispy and really get into it. Oh, I got a handful.
Yeah, I gave you a couple. I know you're gonna need more than one. But I found these in LA, and I bought a bag. And I ate one. I'm like, oh my god, these are going to be really good for the podcast. I need to take these home and let Cody try them. And then I ate the whole fucking bag. I ate the whole bag. It's too good. But then when I was in Hawaii, I found the same brand, same thing at the ABC store. So this is the black pepper flavor.
Okay.
Super crispy.
Nice fishy, oily taste to it.
Oh yeah.
But crispy.
It's the fucking best.
It's amazing, yeah. That's salty, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Salted it up a little bit, but
And that's the black pepper flavor. This one's for cheese. Or it's smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese salmon skin?
Yeah. The one that I had, that I ate and didn't bring home, was salted egg yolk salmon skin. That one was dope.
That seems a little more to the Asian directive.
Yeah. It was I found it in like a Korean market.
That's good. That's smokiness.
Yeah.
A little bit of cheesiness. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
It's way better than black pepper, I think.
Salmon skin's the best thing in the whole entire fucking world.
Yeah.
Especially as chips.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's legit.
I think I prefer the smoked cheese one over just the black pepper.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's a nice smoky to this.
Mm.
Yeah, I like that.
And something about it.
Afterwards. It's afterwards. Yeah.
And something about it too, like it seems like that one melts in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Like the fattiness of the salmon skin, like that fattiness, the fish fat in there just melts in your mouth
is a little
better.
more like you get in the skin.
Yeah. It's like maybe the pepper and the salt kind of dried it out a little more, whereas
There's a little more chew to it.
yeah.
Or this one's fluffier, lighter.
Yeah. And it could be a batch thing too. You know, maybe this batch got overcooked or that batch didn't or something.
Yeah, but I love these.
Yeah.
The salmon skin's not for everybody though. Most people do not like salmon skin.
It should be for everyone. If it's not for you, then you suck. You're stupid.
Yeah. If you do salmon right, and you cut it and you butcher it and you put it in oil, you fry the shit out of that skin first, and then you flip it and put it on the other side for a couple
Here's
minutes,
the
and you're good to go.
Get yourself a good hot cast iron. You're gonna want some seed oil because you're gonna get a high temp.
Yeah.
Season your salmon. Get a good piece of salmon with skin on it on one. You know, it'll be skin on one side, not on the other. Pat it dry. Make sure it's dry.
Yeah.
Season it gradually with salt, a little bit of pepper. You don't need a lot of pepper on it.
You don't need a lot of oil either.
And then also you should score your skin so it doesn't curl. It doesn't want to curl the piece of fish. Score it, meaning cut like cross hatches in your skin with a knife.
Or a sharp knife, because that skin is tough.
And then you take it and you go flesh side down first. A lot of people want to go skin side down first. You go flesh side down first.
I always go skin down first.
And I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'm here to listen.
And I'm also, well, you're not wrong, but I'm going to tell you why this way's better.
Sure.
So you do the flesh side down first, get a good sear on that. Then you turn it and do the skin side, and then you pop it in an oven.
Okay, yeah.
So then it's finishing and it's frying on that skin, right? So then when you pull it out and your salmon's going to be, you do not want to cook it over mid-rare at all. I mean, unless you're really one of those people that like, oh, my fish needs to be well done. Well, then, okay, cool. You're still going to love this. It's still going to be good, but it won't be as good if you just learn how to eat it mid-rare. So then you pull it out.
I agree 100%, but that's fresh salmon.
Yeah.
That's not...
And fresh skin on.
My wife always makes salmon. I'm like, fuck, I got to cook that tomorrow. Because, like, if I don't cook it tomorrow, it's just going to keep getting fishier and fishier and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And, like, she'll bring it home, like, I've got salmon home. I'm like, God damn it. Because, like, I need my salmon to be as fresh as possible.
Yeah, your life sounds terrible.
I know.
My wife brought home fucking salmon again, and now I gotta cook it?
Yeah, but it's from Walmart or Wheelers, and it's like...
That's still gonna be fucking good. Hey, I'll tell you what. It's 10 times better than the salmon that my wife brings home, because she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. So.
Yeah. My kids don't know that they love fish because they've never had it, because we don't cook fish in our house. So tell me about how bad that is.
My kids love salmon.
Yeah. Who fucking doesn't?
Yeah. But yeah. Where we at?
I don't know. We talked about salmon. I touched on my
Hawaii.
California, Hawaii stuff. I don't think we talked about everything.
Yeah, I mean,
We're probably at a good spot here to close this bitch out.
I think we're having such a good time that we're having a damn good time.
I was gonna say, what kind of a time?
It's a damn.
It's a damn good
It's a
time.
damn good time.
And I had a damn good time with you, bro. It's good catching up with you. Thanksgiving edition.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get tuna jerky though. This is what I want to know.
Well, we'll try that next week. I was gonna say that for next week.
All right, never mind.
We do the salmon skin this week. We'll do tuna jerky next
Sorry,
week.
you guys saw that.
No, it's fine. Hey, tune in next week when we try
Try tuna jerky.
spicy sriracha tuna jerky.
Yeah. I thought
'Cause-
you were just saying it for yourself. You were like, fuck it.
No, I already had a bag by myself.
And
Everything I'm eating here.
reminder, folks, we're weirdos too.
Yeah,
And we will pretty much eat anything. So
even your ass.
definitely Steve will eat your ass.
Yeah, I'll eat your ass.
And then
Just call me. Just call me.
You
That's
know,
what you gotta
I
do.
think there's only one way else to close this out.
We need to tell them all to click like and subscribe
That's one of them.
and do all the things. Share us. Cody wants to make sure that you share us with your grandma. Oh shit! And then we gotta go. Oh,
H
hold on.
I.
I gotta get my H in the thing.
Oh baby, let's go
Yes.
Buckeyes!
Go Buckeyes! Fuck
Right.
Michigan. Them fucking stupid. What are they? You're basically like. You're not even a cool. Badgers are cool, right?
No, that's cool. We love you guys.
But I'm saying, like what's the whole viral video is about a honey badger and badgers are cool, but guess what the fuck even is a Wolverine?
We're a poisonous nut, so don't talk about mascots.
All right,
All right, love you guys.
love you guys.
Like Steve said, click like, subscribe.
I had a damn good time.
Thank you for, we're back. We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Cheers.
Till next week.
That was a good cast.